We did it again.
We did it again.
We did it again.
We get so jazzed up about hopping in here and being funny that we forget to plan any cold opens or funniness. It's a little bit of weakness of our setup that we do cold opens, at least in moments like this.
You want to hear a cold open?
Yeah, do it.
Yeah.
It's been under 0 degrees here in Colorado this last week. That's a cold open.
Welcome to Junk House.
It's a psychobilly freak out.
Least planned cold open ever? Probably yes. Worst cold open?
Maybe not.
Welcome to Junk House.
Maybe not our worst cold open. I've put up some real stinkers of cold opens before.
Caleb will reach out to us sometimes almost a full week in advance and say, I've got a cold open ready. It's going to blow your minds. And then we'll get in there. And honestly, I've laughed at farts more than some of these cold opens.
Yeah.
Honestly, same, yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
And hey, we've all been there.
We've all been there. Everybody's been there.
Caleb, we've been there.
I've been there.
I've been there.
You've been there.
Caleb, we've all been there.
I just want to say, in my defense, sometimes I think of a really good cold open, and I say it a week in advance. And this is a little behind the scenes in the inner workings of Caleb's brain, is then I forget what that idea was the day of, because I don't write it down, because that's against my stance of improv. And so then I try to remember what idea did I have that was a really good cold open, and then I try to scramble and make a cold open happen. And this is the most amount of times I think we've said cold open in an episode so far.
Cold open.
But at least outside of the cold open, for sure.
Yeah, because there's that one that we kept on saying cold open during it, or like cold.
Yeah.
Cold.
We're funny.
We're great. We're great.
Yeah. So that's
we're not
my
the problem.
explanation is sometimes, honestly, audience, if you don't get our cold opens and think they're hysterical, that's on you guys. Cordell, you're right.
Fault.
It's not our problem.
I only do good funny things.
Apparently 2025 is the year of being really antagonistic with people that are kind enough to listen to our show.
Well, they suck. So
I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah, if it were me, I'd do better, audience. So
can I just want to let y'all know, and y'all know this, but sorry for the listeners, I'm letting y'all know too. This is also a new year for Caleb Burley. 2025. It's the year, and I think we need to start making this reflect in Junk House. I've started reading books again, which means I am 30 times smarter than I used to be.
That's true.
100%.
Caleb's brain is currently expanding out of his noggin.
It is.
You have inspired me. I think I might start reading as well. I have started reading Forever Ago, The Last Unicorn, and I haven't finished it. And I have it downstairs, so I need to finish that.
Please, and then tell me if it's worth reading, because that is...
From what I remember, it's really freaking good. So,
what I find a little hilarious about this whole thing is that this is the year that I don't have any time to read.
And so your friends will read for you.
Yes. You're both like, I'm getting into reading. This is my year. This is what's up. And I'm like, I will be lucky if I finish 3 books this year. Where last year, I probably read 25, 26 books last year. This year, with everything I got going on school-wise, I will be lucky to finish any books.
Yo, very fair. Very fair. But we can just write book reports for you.
Yes.
Oh, that's good.
And
we'll write
maybe
book
just
reports.
a page. So you
can
maybe
read
just
a page. I can read a page.
Yeah. But it was very funny. So Cordell, I know you're a big fan of the Brando Sando.
Oh, I love that Mando Sando.
Here, I was getting lunch with a good friend of mine, and we were talking about how I'm getting into reading. And he's an English professor at the university near where I live. And I said, "Yeah, do you have any book recommendations?" And he was like, "Well, I just finished reading the latest Brandon Sanderson book." And I was like, "Oh, do you recommend getting into Brandon Sanderson?" And he said, "Fuck no." And I said, "Can you go into that, please?" He said, "I've read every Brandon Sanderson book, and I'm here to tell you that man gets high on his own supply and is addicted to his own world building to the detriment of his books." And I said, interesting. And he said, "Do not tell this to a Brandon Sanderson fan because they will refute everything I just said."
Well, here's my rebuttal to this.
See, exactly. So far, my friend is right. They do
Yeah. Well, my rebuttal is in response to saying I will refute it, and it's you can have an opinion.
Yeah.
It's okay to have wrong opinions.
To your friend's point, Brandon Sanderson is a very, very dedicated world builder.
Yeah.
And world building isn't everything to him, but it's most things.
Yeah.
He writes stories that complement his worlds more than he writes worlds to complement his stories, if I were to put it that way. So if you're a fan of like storytelling over world building, you're not gonna like him as much, I don't think, because it's like that man's just all over the place writing more worlds.
Yeah, and that is what I figured out is because like I tried to read this book that I do not recommend. If you're like me, if you like world building, this is a great book. But it was called "To Be Taught If Fortunate," I believe is what it was called, by Becky Chambers. But it has like giant 5-page sections talking about the world and everything, and it seemed really cool. And then I picked it up to try to read it, and I was like, "Oh my god, I cannot do this." Yeah, "To Be Taught If Fortunate." It seemed really cool. I can do it. So that's when I realized, I think if someone focuses on world building, I'm not in it.
It's also, I do think, about how you focus on world building.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Like I Brandon Sanderson, as much as people might dog on him for his world building, he does not spend huge stretches of the narrative just pontificating on the things like the world building is very organic for him, but I think it's a high hurdle of world building, and it's not like Lord of the Rings world building where it's like fun and mysterious, like you will learn. I think people might not like that. For some people, that doesn't feel fantastic. That feels a little too realistic, and I think that might be it.
So in this, you just got into something that I think is what I was saying I want to get back into with Junk House, which is using bigger words and being smarter, like pontificating. I don't know exactly. And I think this show has been maybe a little less erudite than it could be.
Oh, okay.
And I think we should talk about smart stuff for smart people.
Welcome back to the segment Smart Stuff, Smart People, Smart Stuff, Smart People.
Smart Stuff, Smart People.
On today's episode of Smart Stuff for Smart People,
Quantum physics.
We're talking.
Pontificate, Caleb.
We're going to talk about the stuff for the smart people. Sammy, what have you done smart recently?
I watched a great movie last night. I think that was a smart choice on my part.
What movie did you watch?
I watched A Different Man. With the Winter Soldier, starring the Winter Soldier. Have you heard of this?
Is that the one where he's a monkey?
No, but so that is a very funny thing to ask, because here's what happened last night. Fielding goes, "Hey, I think it's movie night, gang." And we go, "Hell yeah." Fielding goes, we should watch A Different Man. And I go, oh, is that the one with the monkey? Well, no, at first I was like, is that the one with Timmy Chalamet playing? And I could not remember what musical artist he was playing.
Mhm.
I think
Dylan.
that one's A Better Man.
No,
A Better
Bob
Man?
Dylan is a complete unknown.
Yeah, Bob Dylan's unknown.
There's another movie called that's not the monkey one. That is also called a something blank blank man. So there are 3 movies out right now that are all called the same thing. And we went around and a roundabout until finally going, oh, Winter Soldier, Bucky Barnes. Okay.
There's too many man.
There's too many mans. This is the one where Bucky Barnes has a facial deformity. And then it's basically the substance for boys, is what somebody in the reviews on Letterboxd said.
It's the substance for boys.
It's just,
The
okay.
boys have the substance now.
I think you all know that I love me some slice of life.
Yeah.
I like movies that like reflect
Mm-hmm.
the bad, like how bad mundanity can be at some points.
Very
right?
smart, very erudite of you.
Thank you. There is a scene in this movie where I won't say the full context, but there is a ambulance, and you're seeing from Stan Sebastian's. Is that his name? Yeah,
Sebastian Stan.
I did it. I've been watching too much One Piece. I've been flipping around Japanese style. He's
smart of
looking
you, very
down,
cultural.
She flipped
very
me around
demure,
Japanese style.
very cutesy. She flipped me around Japanese. But yeah, so he's looking down, and there's just an ambulance, and you're seeing they're struggling to put the guy in the ambulance, and an ice cream truck comes up, and the ambulance is kind of blocking the way, and there's like a full minute scene of like, what the fuck, move, get around, just go. Like just that side of everyday life.
Yes, like we are dying here.
Yeah,
This sounds like a very smart movie. I'm glad
Very
you
smart
brought this up in today's segment of smart stuff for smart people. Cordell, what have you done that was smart recently?
Does graduate school count?
Sure.
I mean, it depends on what it is, I guess.
Okay. Then no.
Okay.
So the smart thing I did recently was it's really hard to be funny right now. I'm really drawing a blank.
It's okay. It's okay, Cordell. Sometimes we aren't smart. And I know that
Yeah,
that's
that's
something
okay.
you struggle with, is not being very smart.
I'm not. I'm kind of a bonehead. So hey, you come back
You
to me,
did
Caleb.
finish. Okay. All right. So yeah,
Caleb, you do you, and then come back to me.
I read a
Okay?
book in less than 2 days, and that was my smart thing.
Oh,
Read a book real fast. But I wasn't speed reading. I wasn't like skimming for the information. I was
You were
getting
reading.
in depth into.
Yeah.
I was really reading. I was reading the fuck out of that book. You know, I was really getting down in there. Also, Sammy, thank you for your pontifications on the segment. I forgot to. That's part of the segment, is that we thank each other for our pontifications.
Yes. Thank you for your pontification.
Caleb, Sammy, thank you both for your pontifications.
Thank you.
Of
Doubly.
course. And now it is your
Yes.
turn, Cordell, and we shall thank you after.
Yeah.
So my smart thing I did was I said, hey, a lot of nonsense is happening politically. I'm not going to be on social media for my own mental sake.
Very
That's a
smart.
good idea. That's a very good idea.
Very smart. Thank you for your pontifications, Cordell.
Indubitably.
And listeners, for this segment, I'm gonna leave off with some smart words, which is maybe you should do what we did, which is watch a movie, read a book, get off social media,
Go for a walk.
go.
If the weather
grass.
allows.
Yeah,
Also, like, shout out all the people in California. Be safe. The fires are
yeah.
crazy over there.
You don't go on walks.
You don't go on walks.
Unless you have to for some reason.
Yeah, to evacuate.
Yeah. Better to not if you can.
That is now the end of the segment, Smart Stuff for Smart People. No more smart things are allowed to be said.
Never again.
An update. I have emailed Sonic's corporate office. They have not gotten back to me with my request for an interview with whoever at the office was available for an interview. I did in my email say, I'm not picky. I'm just trying to talk to y'all about something. And I don't know if that was the best approach.
Caleb, that sounds menacing in ways I can't quantify.
Yeah. That's a...
Well, okay, hold on. Okay, so I wrote, Dear Sonic, and that's how I started. I didn't, because there wasn't a name on this, and it may not actually be like a person. It was just the only email I could find.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I said, Dear Sonic, I'm writing to you today to talk about a great advertising thing. You should get back to me so that I can talk to you about it. And then I did say, please, it can be whoever. I just want to talk about advertising stuff. Please get back to me as soon as possible. Maybe this is an interview, maybe not. I guess we can talk about that later. So I don't know if they're going to take that seriously, but I just wanted to keep y'all updated that here we are. I'm trying to get this done.
How many emails do you think the three of us would need to send them as a corporation before we got some sort of legal action taken against us?
Probably at least 5.
Okay. 5 apiece or 5 total?
I think 5 total.
Oh.
But what if we wrote it from the Junk House email? Because if it's 5
That'll add, because then it's a
apiece-
business to a business. Then
Yeah.
it's really official.
Okay, how much does it cost to make an LLC? Junk House LLC? Oh, guys, it's only like $129 to make an LLC. I think we can make Junk House an LLC.
If we make Junk House an LLC, can we do tax write-offs if we buy anything related? Like, can I buy new headphones and do a tax write-off?
I don't know. I don't
for
know.
business expenditures.
Because, like, what does it mean? Because, okay, wait, what is an LLC? I've just seen those letters. Okay, so let me.
It's a Clombodom.
What is an LLC? Limited Liability Company. Yeah,
That's what I said.
we're limiting our liability out the wazoo. We tell people not to listen to us or not to pay attention to what we're saying pretty actively.
What is there's got to be a way that liability means something different in this context.
No. Okay, wait. Okay, its members are not personally liable for the company's debts. Hell yeah, that means we can just put Junk House into total debt, and then we're not liable. Oh my gosh, guys, did we just figure out the giant tax loophole?
I think we did.
Wait.
Outside
all
the bit,
profits
we know
and
this is
losses.
fraud.
All profits and losses are filed through the member's personal tax return? Huh.
Okay, hold on. Oh, okay. So an LLC, I'm clicking on this lovely infographic. Okay, LLC, simple management structure. I think that's the only kind of management structure we can handle. Okay, less paperwork, no meeting requirements. Listen,
Good.
we meet all the time. So even though it's not required, we can say we have a lot of meetings and they're recorded so people can check on what we're saying in our meetings, because this is a meeting right now. No double taxation on salaries. I don't really know how you can double taxate something in general, but all right. And then distributes ownership freely. Freely between the three of us, hell yeah. But if we were a corporation, formal management structure, fuck that.
Okay, hear me out. So what I'm reading here about LLC, a type of business entity that a company can form by filing paperwork with the state. An LLC can have one owner, known as a member, or many owners. The words limited liability refer to the fact that LLC members, aka owners, cannot be held personally responsible for business debts. So we turn Junk House into an LLC.
Yes.
Spend a lot of money trying to make the show good.
Declare bankruptcy.
when we don't make a return on that profit, we declare bankruptcy as an LLC. We get tax write-offs, and we're not personally held responsible for that debt.
What I'm hearing is
God.
we've just figured out how to loophole the tax system.
I'm pretty sure this recording would constitute whatever happened next is fraud.
Yeah, that is why I
Probably.
specifically said outside the bit. We know this is fraud. This is a bit.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm saying that
Yeah,
again.
this is a bit, but I'm just
we
saying.
will not intentionally do this.
To
Yes.
our listeners, cough,
Wink.
cough, wink. You know, if you wanted to have Fielding Shipman LLC, I don't see a problem with that.
Do you think
What if we name the Junk House LLC Fielding Shipman LLC?
that's it?
That's how we do it. That's how we're going to get away with tax fraud.
So you just name it someone else. Do you think we could instead become a corporation and have listeners buy shares in Junk House?
Only
And
Ooh,
then we
partial
sell all
owners?
of our shares really, really fast
We rug
and
pull.
leave.
Yeah.
How's
I
that?
think that's
You know
great.
what I'm saying? Like
But,
we make
okay,
a
but
lot of
here's what we
money,
do. Oh,
then they have the shares that won't be worth as much anymore.
here's what we do, okay? And I'm serious. This is a bit, but I'm serious about the bit. But I'm not
Seriously
serious
bidding
in
right now.
doing the bit.
I'm
but
bidding so seriously.
I'm serious about the bit. Okay. We create a corporation.
Cool.
We sell shares of the corporation for 69 cents a piece.
Hot.
Then, because that's funny,
That's funny.
People are going to
probably
buy
a
it.
bunch of people are going to buy a ton of it. And then out of nowhere, we say, hey, all those shares, because this is made up, now worth $100. But here's the thing. We also bought a ton of it ourselves.
So we
And then
sell it
we've-
for a profit.
We sell it for profit, or we hold. We do the holding thing, and we hold until it's not worth anything anymore because people realize this was a bit.
Yeah. Well,
And then-
what if
But
Yeah.
wait,
what
but
if
wait.
we instead?
We got to do crypto. We got to do a coin.
Yeah.
We have to make sex
Okay.
coin.
Okay,
Sex
Junk
coin
coin.
is funny.
sex coin.
Sex coin
Oh.
is funny. I think junk coin is good, but I think sex coin hasn't been done yet. It's funny. We
Crypto
can
Bros would go
rug pull it really
wild for
easily.
sex coin.
What if we did, instead of JH coin for Junk House, we did HJ coin? Then it's hand job coin.
Hell yeah. Anywho, sorry for interrupting you, Nick, but I'm gonna go to bed. Good night.
Oh my god!
Shout out Haley.
Yeah.
shout
What,
out.
what's going on with her? Do we have any
Where
updates in
is
the
she?
news?
I think she's just gone.
You think
think
she's in
Hawk
a place
since
where
she-
they do not extradite?
I think the internet hawk-tua'd her out.
Nice.
Very nice. Very
See what I
funny.
did there? See what I did there?
That was very good. That was, hey, Sammy, that was a smart joke. That was a smart joke.
We're not even in the segment anymore, but
Hey, listen,
We're
sometimes segments reach outside the segment.
Can I read to you
I,
things from her Wikipedia page?
also, real quick, if you type in Hawk-Tu'a girl, one of the autofills is arrested. I don't think
Yep.
she was actually arrested, but that is very funny that is an autofill on Google.
What one thing that's funny is Wikipedia doesn't know whether she was born in 2002 or 2003.
What? No, there's no way she's only that old. What?
And that is funny, but also kind of tragic in a way that she's like 21 or 22 and definitely was not expecting her life to do this. But then she did a fraud, so that's okay.
She did a fraud.
So let me read to you the description of Haley Welch in Wikipedia.
Mhm.
Haley Welch is an American internet personality. She became an internet meme after being interviewed for a viral 2024 TikTok video in which she used a catchphrase, Hawk-Tu'a, an onomatopoeia for spitting as a form of oral sex, specifically fellatio. She is also known for her podcast, Talk-Tu'a, and a cryptocurrency coin which faced criticism following release.
Rest in peace. Listen to this article title. Viral DUI Hooters waitress says, Hawk-Tu'a girl walked so she could run.
Who's the viral DUI Hooters waitress?
Apparently, there is a video going around. This happened like 2 days ago. So I guess it hasn't gotten to us yet. but there's a Hooters girl that flirts with a cop or like tries to seduce a cop that pulls her over while she's drunk driving specifically. So, hey, but Hawk to a walk so she can say hi.
I've never been to a Hooters, but
Me
yesterday I watched a video of Keith Happersberger from the Try Guys, where he does the thing where it's like Keith eats the menu, which, you know, I guess buzz marketing for that if you're listening. But they did Keith eats all of the Hooters menu, and after watching that video, I think I've determined Hooters is not a place you go for food.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, how did the Hooters taste?
Caleb, did it? So you heard about Hooters?
Yes.
The restaurant famous for busty waitresses.
Yes.
And you thought their food would be worth going there for.
Well, listen.
I've heard their wings.
I thought maybe that they would have, like, surprisingly, their Caesar salads are very good, or surprisingly, their buffalo wings are quite good.
Be the wings.
And I thought it would be like a
wings.
case of that, where it's like, oh, surprisingly, you can go to Hooters and get really good wings or something like that. And I thought that would be really kind of funny and cool if it was like, oh, surprisingly, it's very good, but it didn't seem very good.
I think there's a bit here where the three of us, go to a Hooters and look firmly at the table the entire time. we like heads held facing straight down. We eat the meal in complete silence, staring at the table. We say yes, please, no, thank you. Like very polite. We never look anyone in the eye. We only look down.
Alternatively, we open an LLC called Sweaters for Hooters, where we just go to different Hooters and bring a bunch of sweaters and say, it's here if y'all want them.
Well, what my business proposition was going to be was make the meme a reality and create femboy Hooters and make bank.
That probably would make bank.
Isn't that Chippendales?
No, because the meme is they're still wearing like the Hooters clothes and they're femboys. Also Chippendale are like supposed to be like manly, the buffest dudes. We want femboys.
Could we alternatively to femboys also have a Hooters that's big boy Hooters? And it's just guys like mine and Caleb size walking around in those Hooters outfits.
Well, we have a femboy Hooters, and then we have a masked lady Hooters.
Then we got big boy Hooters.
And then we got bear Hooters.
Let's talk about big boy Hooters for a second. I want to talk about this because there is one
First of all, the name of the episode, Big Boy Hooters.
Big Boy Hooters, for sure.
I think, because listen, what's one thing you got to know about big boys?
They got Hooters.
We like to eat. And we like to eat good food, not bad food. So Big
That's how
Boy
we get
Hooters
to be big boys.
Is gonna have good food. Like it's gonna be like a place where they're like, hey, do you know that new restaurant that opened in town? Yeah, you mean Big Boy Hooters? Yeah, I went there and like, yes, a large man in a crop top with like a hairy stomach was my server, but
Dixie shorts.
The chicken wings, surprisingly good. Like,
so
pretty top notch, and they had a lot of flavors.
Yeah, here's the thing about Big Boy Hooters.
Here's the thing you gotta know about Big Boy Hooters.
What you gotta know about Big Boy Hooters is we're gonna be wearing like the low cut shirts just like normal with the hairy chest out. You're not allowed to manscape at all if you work at Big Boy Hooters. You gotta be all natural. And then on the booty shorts, what the left butt cheek says big, right butt cheek says boy.
Yes.
It's Big Boy Hooters.
I like this a lot.
Sometimes when they're moving around, if you look at the right time, it says boy.
Yeah.
But here's the thing.
The butt crack kind of swallows up the GB.
Yeah. Guys, hey, let's talk about something about Big Boy Hooters, okay?
Yeah, Big Boy Hooters,
theme nights. Like lumberjack night, where you go in and all the big boys, lumberjacks.
But it's the Hooters outfit, but they're like carrying an axe in the hat and like a flannel that's like also cropped.
Yes.
We're making
This
BBH.
is what I'm talking. We're making Big Boy Hooters.
It's the perfect thing. And here's the thing, too. Hooters was created clearly from a place of over-sexualizing women.
Yeah.
Okay, hold on. Do you want to actually know the origin?
Yes.
Yeah.
The man who invented Hooters was not trying to be horny. He thought it would fail. He registered the business on April 1st because he thought it would be the most hysterical joke.
No way.
What?
Like, he thought nobody's going to do this. This is a weird idea. And then it took off.
You're lying.
That is what was said on the
What?
Keith Eats the Menu. Was like, this was invented as a joke.
April Fool's pranks from companies that backfired.
1983. 6 owners believed their prospect was going to fail. Built on the side of a former rundown nightclub.
Yeah. So, like, it's genuinely,
What?
like, we right now are basically doing what Hooters did in 1983.
Oh, wait. And Hooters was were the people that did the Toyota. Do you remember that controversy?
No.
They did like a competition, and I think it was on April 1st.
The winner
as
got a
well.
Toyota.
Yeah, they kept on saying, "You're gonna get a Toyota. You're gonna get a Toyota," and they got a
Oh.
toy of the Star Wars character Yoda as the prize.
Oh, my God.
And I think she sued them. Yeah,
Honestly,
the lawsuit was settled.
probably good.
God,
But, yeah. But Big Boy Hooters.
Big Boy Hooters.
So hilariously, there is a in response to declining sales in 2017, the company launched a fast casual spin-off of its format called Hoots. Hoots is distinguished from its original concept primarily by a reduction in menu items and employment of both male and female servers who are modestly dressed in t-shirts and khakis. So we also have to have a Big Boy Hoots.
Yeah.
No, we have to wait till there's a declining sales of Big Boy
Yeah.
Hooters before we get
But
to Big
anyway,
Boy
my
Hoots.
thing is, I'm not making this as an April Fool's joke. Big Boy Hooters is
real.
going to sell well
We're gonna make
because
money.
gay men exist.
Mhm.
Gay
And-
women and also just dudes
Mhm.
looking for a good place to eat. That,
Right, like,
you know,
yeah.
maybe
So it's-
maybe they're not gay, but maybe they appreciate the male body.
Actually, you know what? Let's think of all the demographics it hits, right?
Okay,
A lot of women love the dad bod.
a lot of women.
They love a big snuggly boy.
Mhm.
A lot of gay men love the bear bod. Then a lot of women who may not love the dad bod feel safe around big snuggly men, so they're going to be comfortable eating there. And a lot of guys go there and they're like, "Yo, what's up, bro? Like, it's a good place to bro out. It's like a Buffalo Wild Wings of sorts."
Yeah.
So we've kind of hit every demographic except lesbian.
Trademark.
No.
You can't take this. You can't take this.
They trademark
This is our idea.
Hey. Because here's the thing about lesbians.
Yeah.
I think they admire the camp of a theme night. So if we
Oh,
have
they
like
are
a few
campy.
theme nights, then we get the lesbians.
Slight change to
Okay.
the name of the restaurant. It's Boy with an I. Then
Oh.
we can also hire big ladies that want to say that they're boy with an I, and that's how we get the lesbian.
But then in a way, are we not recreating OG Hooters?
A little bit. That's my concern. Is I feel like we
it's
can't-
different. It's
but-
different.
Yeah,
like
I mean, because there's
it's
like
mostly
busty
men.
lady, and then there's big lady.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, they got to be 6 feet if we're doing this. There's got to be a minimum height requirement.
See, here's my concern.
Big babes. No, that's too women focused.
No, it's got.
I'm trying to think of a gender
Big Boy
neutral.
Hooters is such a perfect name. I'm
Big
not
Boy
gonna lie.
Hooters.
It's
You're
so
right.
Can we-
perfect.
Okay, so here's the thing: we call it Big Boy Hooters, and then just still hire big ladies. Like they can
Yeah,
work
there
at
we
Big
go.
Boy Hooters.
Anybody can work at Big
What
Boy
if?
Hooters.
What?
You
okay,
just gotta
hear
be
me out.
big
You
to
just gotta
work at
be
Big
big.
Boy Hooters.
Hear me out.
There's a weight
Okay.
minimum.
The servers
and a height
have to
minimum.
be big boys,
Mhm.
but like management, bartenders, that can be
Oh.
whoever.
Hosts.
Okay. It's
Host?
specific, so it's specific. The wait staff are big boys. Everyone else is just whoever
Mhm.
wants to work at Big
That's
Boy
whoever
Hooters.
wants to work
We
there.
get the hosts. We get the host for the lesbian crowd.
Yes.
Yeah.
And okay, we're gonna go beyond theme nights though. There will be a stage in every restaurant
Yes.
with a projection screen behind it. We will have monthly Rocky Horror Picture Show showings.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like we're going deep
is
into
good.
the theme.
This is really good.
The
This
only
is really
song,
good.
The only song we're allowed to play is "I Like Big Butts."
Mm-hmm.
It's
So-
gonna get
oh,
annoying.
okay,
It's
hold
gonna get
on.
annoying. It's
Hold on.
gonna-
I like big butts. Yes, we can do that. Big Girls by Mika. I think that's also on the
That song's
table.
really good.
Fat bottom girls.
Fat Bottom Girls.
Basically,
Anything that is about
everything,
being big.
or
I like-
anything that has the vibe of a big boy, such as Tub Thumping by Chumbawamba.
Mhm.
Yes. That is a big
Motomoto's
boy
theme
song.
from
Moto Moto's
Madagascar.
Yep. yep.
That one song by Lizzo, the I like big boys, itty bitty boys. That
Yep.
one, you know,
Yep.
Yeah.
that one. We gotta do that.
Really,
We're
anything
coming
by
up with
Smash
a very
Mouth.
This is
good
great.
idea.
This is
Anything by
great.
Smash Mouth.
Trademark.
Trademark.
So, okay. Junk House LLC is going to form. And we are then going to have a subsidiary of Junk House LLC that is Big Boy
Big
Hooters.
boy Hooters.
Big Boy Hooters. That's where most of our money's gonna come from.
Yeah. Big Boy Hooters is the moneymaker while we're doing silly little podcast. Everyone else is gazing at the big boys.
Hey, we can gaze at the big boys too.
I'll be gazing all day at the big boys.
Listen.
Something about a large man in very tight clothing, you can't look away from him for good or bad. You can't
Yeah,
not look at a
exactly.
big boy in tight clothes.
Yeah. I do
But-
have another song.
Yes. Okay.
We read reviews that are really bad, so
Yo!
get the movie.
It would be very funny if that was actually in the playlist.
That would
Just
be actually
randomly
very
in
funny.
drop today's year. We rate reviews that are really bad. So guess the
Okay,
movie.
okay. There's like a trivia night, but instead of there is a normal trivia night
Yeah.
at Big Boy Hooters. But then there's also a bad reviews night where they will show 1-star reviews on the screen, like half-star reviews, and the teams have to try and guess which movies they're referring to.
Yes,
First team to guess it gets
yes.
the point for that question.
I love it. And we can
I
do
love
that
it.
with all of our games.
Yes, every Junk House game can be done at Big Boy Hooters, and that's a fact.
And that's the best. Okay, this is our first half-star review from Cog.
Thank you, Cog.
Gog.
Horrible film.
Yep.
I hated revisiting this one. Mindless violence with no balls to actually show it. Stupid dialogue, characters, cracking jokes while fighting for their life. Classic having weird grammar. Sexual assault scene is really awful in this. Uncomfortable as hell. How is this supposed to make you like the main character? Why the fuck do they give his name a backstory too? I hate that they retcon his name. So stupid. Fuck this movie.
Ding, ding, ding. Is this Deadpool?
It is not Deadpool.
Okay, some of that kind of fits Deadpool, but some of it
Some,
doesn't.
but
so.
not a lot.
Like giving the name a backstory and stuff.
Mhm, mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Man. I'm trying to think of movies that are like kind of. Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Okay. Is this a movie where the half-star review is kind of accurate and this is kind of a bad movie? Or is this one that we're going to hear the movie and be like, what are they talking about?
It's the latter option. This is a
Oh.
very
Oh,
popular,
okay,
very famous
okay.
movie.
Ooh.
All three of these are just like kind of crazy.
Can we hear the next one? Or
Yeah.
I think that's it. This is a half-star review from Movies the Best.
thank you, movies the best.
All of the fun of the first two films and the darkness of the last one is completely thrown out of the window for a film made for tiny infants. The two main actors are awful together, and any grit is removed to make it more accessible, I guess? Aren't Nazis wacky and crazy? Force Awakens syndrome started 26 years earlier.
It's is it
The
is
new
it
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones, but it's the third one.
Or is it? No, it's the most recent one. The one's like Dial of Destiny or
No, because people like this one. It is the Indiana Jones where they give him a backstory where he really imprints on that random dude.
So
I did
you're
remove
guessing
the actor's
Kingdom of the
name.
Crystal Skull.
No, the one before that. Because there's
What are you thinking of? Last Crusade?
I'm thinking of
That's
Last
a
Crusade.
wonderful movie.
Yes, Sammy said that these reviews are off base.
Yeah, you're right.
It's Last
Is it Last
Crusade.
Crusade?
This is a 5-star review from Aaron. More like the Trash Crusade. You
Oh,
were right.
yeah.
You were right.
That is my favorite part about The Last Crusade is that the whole opening is just demonstrating that he saw one dude dressed a specific way as a child and like decided he had to be him.
You know what the
Yeah.
opening was supposed to be doing, right?
What?
Okay, so
I guess not.
young Indiana Jones in the opening is played by Rivers Phoenix.
Correct.
And they were setting up for a second series of young Indiana
And then
Jones,
River
but then
died.
So that's why there was no more Indiana Jones movie for a long time, and then Kingdom of the Crystal Skull happened.
Because
And
that would've been so
their
good.
plan was for River Phoenix to be young
God.
Indy.
Yeah, their
Oh.
plan was for him to be a young Indiana.
That would have been amazing.
That would have been incredible. He died at
Rest in peace.
23.
Rest
Yeah,
in
he was
peace,
he
River.
was very young. He was very young.
I wish you were alive. Rest in peace. But yeah, that was bad. That was bad reviews. Isn't that crazy that people gave The Last Crusade half a star?
I watched it this last weekend because Olivia had never seen all of it. Because of reasons I won't say, but I gave it 4.5 stars. Like, I really think that's the best Indiana Jones movie. I think objectively, like if you're just talking about like film quality, it's Raiders of the Lost Ark. But
Yeah.
if you're talking about fun
Sure.
and like craziness, it's Last
It's
Crusade.
Yeah.
So can I say something that may be controversial, but at the very least will be a good conversation?
Sure.
I think Indiana Jones as a franchise falls victim to a similar trap of Star Wars and a couple other stories where the series started off like fun and silly and whimsical, and then later attempts at continuing it kind of take it too seriously and lose the charm that made it work.
I don't think that's a controversial take.
I think it's a pretty good take because
Okay.
like the first 3 movies, solid, very
Yeah,
good.
Right. And they're,
And then
they're
Crystal
solid,
Skull.
but they're consistently silly. Even with the
Yes,
seriousness,
yeah.
like there is a consistent goof to them from that 80s charm. Same with like kind of Star Wars, but then you get to later things and people like lose the goof for modern jokes that don't
Yeah.
work as well at making action less take itself seriously, if that
I
makes sense.
have
Indie dab.
seen very good reviews for the Indiana Jones game, Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, that came out last December.
I have heard that as well, but that also, I mean, you got a crazy cast on that.
Yeah, for real. Like
you
Troy
mean just-
Baker apparently does so well as Indiana Jones that people thought it was Harrison Ford.
Whoa.
He like tried to recreate his voice, and by tried I mean succeeded.
Troy Baker can do anything he will. Who is he in Marvel Rivals? I can't remember.
Loki, I'm pretty sure. If I off the top,
Like,
is he Loki?
yeah, I'm pretty sure. I'm double checking that.
Which, if that is just to be a weird parasocial, yeah, he's Loki.
yeah,
Parasocial funny thing. Thor is played by Travis Willingham, and they're best friends in real life. So it's kind of funny that they're playing brothers in Marvel Rivals.
that is fun. I like
It's kinda
that.
cute. And Laura
I'm-
Bailey from Critical Role is Black Widow.
Wow.
And Magic is voiced by the same voice actor as the lead girl in Dun Dun Dun.
And I'm gonna voice Santa Claus when he eventually comes to the game.
Okay. Who do you think you could actually voice as a Marvel Rivals character? This is fun.
Carl Weezer.
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
Put him in the game. Do it.
Why can't I see
you
Cordell
got a
as Iceman?
point.
I feel like I could do a
see
decent
it.
Bobby Drake.
I feel like
I
you
don't
could do Bobby Drake.
That's just the first one that came to mind for you. I feel like that's accurate.
I feel like I could do a MODOK.
Yeah.
I feel like I could get a voice for MODOK pretty down.
Hear me out, Caleb. A little bit of a Just Super throwback. You could voice Dupe if they ever decide to bring that freak into the game.
Gosh.
That would be really
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah, making like weird little noises and stuff is
yeah.
kind of a specialty of mine. So Sammy.
Me. Why do I want to play Carnage?
Oh, I think
Or
you
like
could do a
a
good job
like
with
a
I
that.
think
freak.
you could do
a
that.
freak.
I could see that. Carnage or ooh, it's hard to like think of stuff.
Yeah,
It's
there's so
like I
many
could see
characters.
Cordell, yeah, because there is so that's the problem. It's like there are so many that I'm like that wouldn't go into.
If
there,
we're
but-
staying accessible, I do think eventually they'll get more Guardians characters,
Mm,
and I think I could do a good Drax.
okay.
I do because I can pitch my
my
voice deeper and make silly comments. It'll be closer to like MCU Drax than anything else, but I could do that sort of voiceover.
Yeah.
Let me voice Juggernaut.
I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
I
more
could see
like
Sammy
Deadpool
voicing
Juggernaut.
like a Kitty Pryde. Honestly,
Ooh. Kitty Pryde would be so good to have in the game.
yeah,
Yeah. Oh.
just being
Her-
able to walk through walls.
Yeah. She would have to be closer to
That'd be
like
too good.
Iron Fist in terms of punching, getting up close and punching a lot, but her phasing ability would be cool.
I
Ugh.
could.
I got royalty, got loyalty inside my DNA.
It's hard to think of.
Caleb, you could voice the Thing.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Even
yeah,
that
yeah, it
laugh.
is.
Even that laugh.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah. I really like the Thing. I probably
Mm-hmm.
already got a voice actor for him though.
Probably. He is coming to the game real soon.
Like
I
3
could
weeks
play
or something
Glinda.
like that.
The Marvel character Glinda.
Glinda. Yeah, if they ever did Dupe as a character, I feel like I could
Yeah.
throw my name in there.
100%. Yeah, I would either want to play like a Carnage, like a freak character. Like I'm putting Carnage in the same dupe category where they're just
Yeah.
kind of weird.
Voice.
And so the
Yeah.
voices can be weird.
Also, I think eventually they should have a symbiote as each of the categories because Venom is
That would be
like
sick.
Venom is a tank, you know,
Venom's a really
Yeah.
good tank.
or a
Carnage is a
Vanguard. I
duelist.
think are they called Vanguards? Is that what they call them?
Vanguard,
yeah, but
yeah.
tanks,
Okay.
tanks. It's the
He's
same.
a tank, right? Carnage would be DPS. Carnage would just be a
100%.
duelist, and then they could do like Agony or something, or Scorn or someone as the support,
Yeah, that would be.
or Anti Venom
Yeah.
could be a good support. I think.
That's what I was gonna say, but they already have an anti-venom skin for Venom.
I don't think that would stop them.
We'll see. We'll see.
We'll see.
Ooh,
What's wild
Agent
to
Venom
me-
as a duelist would be so cool.
That would be really cool. What's really
And he's
funny to
different,
me
he's
is
different.
that in Marvel Rivals, the voice of Magneto has voiced Obi-Wan Kenobi since like Clone Wars. And he's still the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. And so I hear it and I'm like, yep, that's him. I have a suggestion. for a new anime that is coming out on Netflix that I watched the first 2 episodes of last night.
Okay.
And I think y'all would both like it. It did have a moment where I finally heard the main character speak and said, "Is that Matt Mercer?" It's Matt Mercer. It is called Sakamoto Days.
Yeah. I've heard of it. I have never watched it.
Cordell, have you heard of this game?
A game?
Or this anime?
No, I'm looking at it right now.
It's really funny. It's supposed to be really funny.
It is really funny and really good. Like, it has a lot of heart to it, even in the first 2 episodes. But the premise of it is this man was the world's greatest assassin. He was so good, no one could top him at his game. And then he fell in love with a girl. And she was like, "I don't want you to kill people anymore." And so he stopped and he retired. And now he owns a convenience store. And he has gotten fat because he has found out he really likes ramen and other food.
Caleb, have you ever seen The Way of the House Husband?
No.
That is Sakamoto Days, but the husband is an ex-Yakuza member, and he doesn't have to do any fights. So it's way more slice of life, and he's like taking care of his daughter, and he's like taking care of his wife, and every time somebody sees him, they're like, "Oh, fuck," and he's like, "I'm here to buy some bread." They're like, "Oh, okay. Oh, shit."
Yeah,
but,
it's so good. I might watch that. I'm probably going to watch that, actually.
I've heard Sakamoto Days has crazy action, though.
It does have really good action sequences. With
a big fat guy with a big boy Hooter as the main character.
Honestly, Sakamoto would be a great addition to Big Boy Hooters.
We have to do a Big Boy Hooters photo shoot now.
Calendar.
Yeah.
Calendar.
We're going to.
To wrap this up, this is my pitch.
Yeah.
Let's all pitch one person who has the energy for Big Boy Hooters. Just real fast, right off the top of your head. And
like
it could
a
be
celebrity?
fictional, real, celebrity, somebody famous.
I think it's the Wogglebug, right?
It's the Wogglebug.
I'm going to disagree on that.
Yeah. He's a bug. He's a tiny boy.
He's getting
I'm going to
wogged.
say my person, and I'm sorry to steal this from you, Samantha, because I feel like you would have brought this up if I did not. Travis Willingham for Big Boy Hooters.
Yes. But see, that's also interesting because that brings in another type of big boy that we haven't fully discussed.
Yeah, just like the muscular boy.
Yeah, just the gym bro big boy.
It has to
multiple
be a nice
types of
gym
big boys
bro.
here.
Yeah.
Travis Willingham. He seems like one of the goods, one of the good kinds.
He seems like a good big boy.
I think our manager has to be the Blob, like from X-Men. That Blob from X-Men. Not the one that kills you, not the pink one from the most recent.
From the movie.
The Blob that eats you. Nom 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 nom.
It does eat you. That's scary.
But the Blob from X-Men.
Mm-hmm.
Did you just call me Blob?
I think that we need to get Chris Farley in on this.
Yes.
The
Chris
perfect
Farley.
Big Boy Hooter.
Living in a van.
What a great Big Boy Hooter. One of the biggest compliments I ever got in my life was somebody told me that I had Chris Farley energy. And I was
That's incredible.
I'm going to ride that high for the rest of my life.
As you should. As you freaking should. Caleb, when you were saying I was going to say it, I thought you were going to somebody I was going to bring up. I thought you were going to say Jimbei.
Oh, Jinbei has Big Boy Hooters energy.
He's
Also,
Frankie.
post-time skip Frankie. Very Big Boy Hooters energy.
What I
Last
do
question.
like I do like the One Piece stuff because I never know what y'all are saying.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
It's
send a
kinda just
picture of
random
Jinbei.
Who do we think? Matt Mercer is not in Marvel Rivals yet, but he will be. Who do we think he's going to play?
Marvel.
Captain Marvel? I know you're just saying Marvel.
Blue Marvel.
Blue Marvel? I don't know who that is.
That's a character. Fight me.
I'm gonna say Matt Mercer should voice Ultron.
Ooh.
That's actually good.
That would be sick. Yeah, Blue Marvel is a black man, so I don't know if Matt Mercer is going
dang
to play him.
Dang it.
Could play Captain Marvel. But no, I like him as Ultron. I think I'm going with that too. They might have already found a voice actor, and it might be him.
I think they have to get Channing Tatum back when they do Gambit eventually.
Oh, yeah. He's already been leaked, apparently. And he's going to be a duelist.
Yeah, I've seen. Honestly, I'm avoiding leaks at this point because I'm like, I want to be surprised.
That's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, I genuinely think an Ultron or even Human Torch, if he shows up and is voicing Human Torch, I'd be happy with that.
The Eye of Agamotto.
The Eye of Agamotto. Oh, I've seen people do this online, and I think it's a very funny idea.
Okay.
Do the impression of the voice line your main gives when they do their ultimate in Marvel Rivals.
Which one?
Whoever you want to do. Whoever you want to do. My friends are here! 10 out of 10. Oh, you got to get him with the Squirrel Stampede, too.
Oh, yeah. Squirrel Stampede! Like that?
Yeah. All right, Cordell?
I'm looking it up. You go.
Okay. I got to... So do I want to do the one that your team hears or the one that the enemies hear first?
I did both, so you got to do both.
Okay, which one do you want first?
Oh,
I'll do my
I did
best.
our team. I did same team and then enemy team.
I got to back up. I got to back up from the mic a little bit to get it. So it'd be like, "Hey team, enjoy the amplifier."
Good.
And then like, oh God, how does he do that laugh? It is such a menacing laugh when you hear it. Oh God, I gotta
It
like
really is.
get into it. It's like, now this is real firepower.
That's so good.
That was really good, Caleb. Oh my God.
I hear that one a lot more because you also hear it when you're playing Rocket.
Where is your ultimate?
Who is it?
It's Sue Storm. It's Invisible Woman.
Oh, I think she
Oh.
says like disappear.
I think she
Like,
just shouts disappear, which is kind of boring.
Yeah, I don't think they have. I think it's still the same for both teams as well. Right now,
yeah, I think they need to fix that, in my opinion.
they need to fix it. But it's
Because
like,
it's so fun.
Disappear.
Yeah. She
That laugh
shouts
hurt my
disappear,
throat.
and then she also apparently says "shields up" for allies, which I've never heard.
Oh, okay. Yes, she does. You're right.
It's like
She
just
disappear
shields
for
up.
the other people.
Yeah, hers are kind of boring.
You still got Sam.
Still, you got to do it. Still got to do it. I did the rocket laugh. You got to do it.
Okay. Shields up, and then disappear. That's what she does.
Yeah,
That's
there we
good.
go. There we
It's
go.
good. Listeners, if you play Marvel Rivals and you want to send us your voice clip of you doing your best impression of your main's ultimate voice lines, We would love that. It's very fun.
If you do that, make it clear in the email if you are okay with it being on the podcast, because we can play them. If you
And I promise you, we will not make fun of you. This is enjoying this fun stuff, you know?
Yeah.
If you didn't want it on the podcast itself, though, we will do an impression of your impression. And also still not make fun of you.
Yeah.
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 That making fun of people is against what Big Boy Hooters is all about.
Amen.
Big Boy Hooters is about celebrating each other.
Mm-hmm. What makes us different makes us big.
Boy.
You know what else makes us big?
What, Caleb?
Psychobilly Freak Out by the Reverend Horton Heat off the album Smoke 'Em If You Got 'Em. Also, big boy energy in that song.
Large boy energy. If you want to check out our working on the business screenshots, videos for Big Boy Hooters, you can check us out on Twitter or TikTok at Junk House Pod. Also, if you like this episode and if you like Big Boy Hooters, give us like a 5 stars or great ratings on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, and we're also on YouTube.
Email us. Just do it. So we got an email 4 days ago from Fielding, and it's, Did you know? Junk House, did you know? It's important to understand that when you're in someone's bathroom during a party, you're allowed to shave as much of your body as you want using their assorted electric razors. It's called the host's blessing, and it's entirely allowed, if not encouraged. Thank you. Subscribing to Did You Know? Sorry for party rocking.
I'm glad we're finally saying it. Because I think we've all been doing this.
Yeah. I've been doing it the whole time.
I do it every party.
Before we go though, friendos, what you eating for lunch?
Oh,
probably some ramen.
I was honestly debating going and getting a little torta from the local Mexican spot.
Ooh.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm doing Taco Bell.
Oh, yes.
Ooh,
are you going to get the grilled cheese dipping burritos?
I'm going to try.
Really
the
good.
slow roasted chicken cheesy dipping burritos. I'm absolutely going to try one of those and then get a normal burrito just
to my
in case.
Snapchat of me trying that, but it's really good.
I saw that and I meant to respond, but I did not. But
I haven't logged into Snapchat in years.
That's fair. But I said it above. No, okay. It is really good. You should get them.
Okay. Is it filling? How filling is this food?
Well, there's a $9 deluxe box that comes with them.
Snap.
That comes with like the normal box stuff, cinnamon twists.
I may get
soft taco
Bell,
or hot, crunchy taco, Dorito taco, and then the 2 dippers.
What is the dirty Mountain Dew Baja Blast Dream Soda?
Oh yeah, they add cream to it. They add a little bit of vanilla cream.
Hey, yeah, is it good?
That sounds good.
I don't know. I can't drink it. It's got a lot of sugar.
Okay, you can. You just don't want to use all that insulin afterward. Liar.
Yeah, insulin's expensive, and due to political things, it may get more expensive very soon.
And that's my fault.
Yes.
Okay, so I do think I'm going to try the Dream Soda and the dippers.
Tell us how the dream.
If you haven't had the chicken nuggets, I actually highly recommend them.
I heard they're good, but I do want to try. There's so many things like the steak garlic nacho fries, Taco Bell.
Oh, listen, I love the era of Taco Bell we're in, where they're like, we're just gonna swing for the fences, okay?
Yep.
We're going for this.
And what works stays. Like the Cantina chicken menu is still here and everything on there is top tier. Like people are still talking about Taco Bell like it's the 2000s and you're getting diarrhea. But it's 2025 and you're getting less diarrhea.
I still think of you know what, we can use this as the closer if we want, but I still think of on Twitter many moons ago, there was a tweet that I think of daily, which is people who complain about getting diarrhea from Taco Bell are weak and their bloodline should be eradicated.
Well, I've had this one in my brain forever, and we'll close after this one. As we say every week, people who get diarrhea from Taco Bell are weak and their bloodlines are weak and history will forget them.
It's a psychobilly freakout!